Hi all, welcome to our next session on how to prepare for GATE for people from different backgrounds. That is, some may be from the final year of college, some may be dropouts, and some may be the working professional. So this session will be helping you to guide how you can prepare for GATE in the most efficient manner. So myself Ankit Goyal, I am GATE topper 2014. I got area 1, and I am presently working as co-founder of CreateRex, and I shall be moderating this session, and I shall be interacting with the current GATE toppers and the previous year toppers in order to better understand how we can most effectively prepare for GATE. So first I would like to thank our toppers for being here on this day so as to guide the GATE aspirants how they can effectively prepare, as well as I would like the toppers to introduce themselves. So they will be letting you know what is the name and what is the rank they got in different branch, and what is the background status, that is, did they drop out or did they prepare as fresher, and how did they prepare, that is, either they joined classroom or postal course or they prepare by themselves. So let us first start with the toppers introducing themselves.
Hello everyone. My name is Pratham Kumar Pandey. I am doing my graduation from SBTA Kanpur, and I have secured RTR in 12 in GATE 2017. And I did not join any coaching for my preparation. I did self-study.
Hello friends, myself Soru Sharma, All India rank 4 in GATE 2017 in Electronics and Communication Engineering paper. I have completed my BTech from Government Engineering College Jabalpur in 2013. Then I went for post graduation, and I completed my MTech from IIT Kanpur in 2015. And for this year GATE preparation, I did self study without any coaching or institute.
Good afternoon to all of you. My name is Shekhar Rajoria. I'm from IIT Indore, Mechanical, 2016 pass out, and I also secured 139 rank in GATE 2016. So I did join a coaching that time in Indore itself, but it was quite hectic for me to go to coaching. That's why I chose for self-study in that year itself.
Good afternoon, everyone. My name is Samran. I have done my BTech from North Indian College, and in GATE 2017 I got the year 51, and this was my second attempt. In my very first attempt I got the year 8015, and for this my second attempt I have joined any coaching, and it was completely self-study.
So now that we know what people are here with us and what is their preparation background, so let us get started with some of the questions that our GATE aspirants might be facing, so that they can get to know better the toppers and they can associate with them. So first thing that I would like to ask all the people here is, how many number of times did they appear for GATE before becoming successful in GATE examination? So first I would like to ask Prakhar, which was your GATE attempt?
It was my first attempt.
Since Prakhar is in the final year, it was his first GATE attempt and he cracked GATE this year GATE with quite a good rank. Then Sonu?
It was my third attempt.
Third attempt. Then Shikhar?
It was my first attempt in 2016.
It was my second attempt. In the first attempt I got the year 8015.
Okay. So guys, as you can see, we have different toppers with us who some have cracked in their first year itself and some has taken more than one attempt to get going in GATE. So the first thing that should come to mind, or should it be in the mind of a GATE aspirant, is why do you want to appear for GATE? What is the motivation? What you will gain if you crack GATE? So let us ask these people what they have gained and what was the motive behind appearing for GATE. So Prakhar, why did you want to appear for GATE?
I want to work in a leading PSU company.
So, since we conducted another session about PSUs, so have you got a bit of understanding where you want to head to? Which PSU you want to get into?
PGCI.
Power grid. Then Sonu, why did you attempt GATE 3 times? What did you want to achieve?
Actually, I wanted to be an IITian also, and I wanted to join PSU. So in the first attempt, I got All India rank 280 and went for MTech in IIT Kanpur. And there was a thought in my mind that if I can do this time, I will definitely can do another time. So this time only for PSU.
Okay, so you have completed your MTech after first gate attempt and then you are going to work in a PSU.
Yes, sir.
And Shikhar?
Actually, I wanted to prepare for engineering services, so I thought that it would be better if I prepare along with a PSU.
The thing is, Shikhar, since you are from IIT background, why did you not was interested in placement through college?
So I was interested in placement through college. I entered for some placements. I was selected in HPCL in Core India Limited that time. But I was thinking that because coming into PSUs were not coming into IITs at that time because there was some Supreme Court order that PSUs did not recruit from IITs or NITs. So I was thinking that okay, prepare for GATE. If it comes for recruitment, then it's better to give.
But the thing is that since IITians get very good package in college, what was the motivation behind getting into PSU?
PSU, sir, the job in PSU is kind of like work-life balance is there. So you can prepare for something other than your work.
Okay,
You
so
get
you wanted to
enough
go
time.
beyond PSU.
Yeah,
And you thought that you will get sufficient time in PSU for that purpose,
for engineering services.
for engineering services.
Yeah.
So have you prepared for engineering services since then?
Actually, I didn't get much time for that.
Now you are like satisfied with the PSU job.
Yeah, kind of.
Then Samran, what was the objective since you prepared for GATE?
So I was good in studying. Actually, sir, my college is not so good. It was a new college, and I was enrolled in very third batch. So I want to be an IIT, sir, because I don't want to be IIT. But I now come to know that I have any opportunity and I can join PSU. So let's see, sir.
So have you changed your vision since then that you want to be IIT? Now you want to get into PSU or IIT?
So now I would like to prefer PSU because at the end we have to end up with some good job.
So actually that is quite a good thought that you want to get into PSU. I would like to add to that. The thing is that because PSU will take your current GATE scorecard, and if you are not satisfied with their PSU job, you can even go into MTech in the coming years because your score will be valid for 3 years. So it is actually a better choice to get into PSU once you get a good GATE rank because you can get into MTech in the next 3 years, your scorecard will remain valid. So the main objective, as we can see, is from different GATE toppers perspective is to get into PSU because as we heard in the other session also that we get to know PSUs have a good work-life balance and good pay packages, so it is quite lucrative for any GATE topper. Then let us understand from what background do they belong, what college they have studied in, and what was the compelling factor to go for PSU, that is, was the placement not good enough, and how was the GATE environment, were the people aware about GATE or were not. Then Prakhar, first of all, what is the name of your college?
HPTI Kanpur.
So what was your percentage or CGPA in your college?
My percentage is 73%.
73%. So did your college curriculum or your college studies help you in your GATE preparation, or the GATE pattern is entirely different from what you face in college?
No, it is approximately same. The syllabus of my college and GATE is.
And what about the pattern of question papers of the exams that they conduct? Is it same or is it something different?
No, it was purely theoretical in college. It is not totally numerical that is asked in GATE.
Okay. And basically, how is the GATE awareness? Do the large number of candidates appear in GATE, or only some candidates appear in GATE? Like, what is the general scenario where the people want to head to?
Most of the students go for GATE.
Most of the students are going for GATE. So, like, you formed a group or something of that sort that you all were gelling well and preparing simultaneously. Did you like do kind of group studies and all those things?
Yeah, we do.
Okay. And what about the placement scenario of the college? Are the private companies coming very well, or mostly IT companies are there with no pay packages?
Mostly IT companies are coming in college
That is why you wanted to get into PSU for better opportunities.
for core branch.
Core branch also. Okay. Then Sonu, which college you were from?
I did my graduation from Government Engineering College, Jabalpur,
Okay. And then after that you went for MTech in?
IIT Kanpur.
Okay. So basically when you were studying in IIT Kanpur, was the placement opportunities not good enough that you wanted to again get into PSU? Why did you want to go for private sector?
Actually, my specialization was not VLSI. I am from RF microwave, So most of the core companies in EC are from VLSI sector. So they like to prefer VLSI candidates over others. So the placement was not good for me, and I was not interested in IT sectors. But I got placed in Suresh Kambiar University, Jaipur, as assistant professor. I worked there 6 months. Then I resigned and started preparation for GATE. Just
But
wanted to
actually,
be.
in private sector also there is a good scope in Intel, Qualcomm, chipset sector companies. So did you not apply for them offline or through campus? In those companies, actually, ECE guys are more interested in that.
Actually, when I got job in the college, then I decided to start preparing for PSUs because I was not interested at all in private companies.
Okay.
I wanted some public sector job or government job.
So basically, what is the reason behind that public sector? Why you want to prefer public sector over private sector?
As you told, lucrative job.
Lucrative pay packages. But actually, the growth in private sector is much better, and also in ECE, like number of PSU seats are quite less as compared to other branches. So why did you not want to go for like Intel, Qualcomm, those companies which can pay you even better than that?
Actually, this is the just matter of choice. In like a few people who like to who want to live or like the standards in metro cities because you are going to get the location Pune, Bangalore, Mumbai, Delhi. So and the money you are talking, this is not like you are if someone got placed 12 lakh package, this is not the whole money in hand they are going to get. The same package we are getting also in PSU, but with better facilities, better perks and allowance.
Basically, you are going for that because it is a better job opportunity, more allowances are there, and work-life balance.
Definitely. And another thought was also there. I wanted to prepare for ESE, although I did not. I was solely determined for GATE. But I thought that I would be preparing for GATE and ESE as well. But suddenly came the vacancies in BSNL, so I thought I should give my full time for GATE.
Because the opportunity is increasing.
Yeah, definitely, because if I am going to make it under 1,000, I will get job. That
Was there any kind of more pressure this time because it was your third GATE attempt, that is why you left ESE preparation, or it was just because you wanted to focus on GATE, or it was like kind of more pressure for you?
Actually, yes, it was third attempt, but for me, I think it was my second because my second attempt was when I was in job. I was working there, and I found some of faults while working. Like I could not do proper revision. There was lack of practice. That's why I could not do well. While in my first attempt, my rank was All India rank 280, and in second attempt, it was 1495. So this is the huge gap. I had those concepts were in my mind, but the problem was the revision and practice. Knowledge is not going to make you through the GATE. That is the main quality of GATE. The practice is the crux of this examination. That's why I resigned and I started preparing self. And the practice and revision was the very important thing in my preparation.
Then moving on to Shikhar. So Shikhar, the thing is that since you are from IIT, what was your CGPA, and does that IIT education help you through GATE?
So my CGPA was 8.3, and yes, it was helpful for me because all those subjects which I have studied in my college years, the same questions were in GATE also, were in ESE also. Though I didn't qualify ESE, so I was preparing for actually ESE, but I didn't qualify it. But right now I'm getting enough time, and hopefully I'll get through it.
So the one thing that I would like to tell you guys is that Shikhar is from my own college, IIT Indore, and what I have observed there in electrical department, basically the papers are mostly numerical. So they kind of help me through the GATE preparation. But even in mechanical branch, is that the case? The papers are mostly oriented towards numerical, and the same kind of pattern is followed in GATE.
Yes, sir. The same kind of pattern was there in college examination also. Like the paper was at par the level of that GATE examination.
And also in your batch, like how many students were preparing for GATE in mechanical?
So there were three students at that time who no, none of them were preparing for GATE because job offers were already there. Like I was already placed in Collegiate Limited. But the thing was, I had prepared for GATE. I had prepared for ESC, so I gave GATE examination that time.
So what about the other candidates? Did they go for private job or they also were like good, won good rank?
Yeah,
in GATE?
one of my friends currently is in IOCL and he's also preparing for engineering sciences.
Okay, okay, okay. So like there was not much interest in GATE from the entire batch. Only 2, 3, 4 students were interested in
Sir,
GATE.
actually PSU's jobs are lucrative, but we were already getting offers from PSU. Like this year also, like ISRO, BARC, HPCL, BPCL were
So
coming.
PSUs were recruiting through campus. That is why they thought why to go for another exam.
Yes, sir, that's why. But we had prepared for that examination, that's why we gave it.
Okay, okay. Very big. That means you did not leave your preparation midway. You wanted to continue till the end.
Yes, sir.
So that is actually one of the most important points that I have observed over the years. What happens in colleges, once people get placement, they leave the GATE preparation midway and that ruins the entire effort or the entire preparation that they have done throughout the entire year. So one thing that you can learn from the Shikhar is that he did not leave his preparation because he had put so much effort in it. He wanted to continue till the end even though after getting a placement offer. So that is the kind of dedication that you need no matter what you have achieved in your life, but once you have prepared for it, then give it in your full attempt or full effort. Do not waste that. Then moving on to Samran. So basically, which college are you from? What was your performance? And how did it help you in your GATE preparation?
Sir, I'm from the Neva Indian College. It was a new college as I told you, sir. I was in third batch. Sir, in my college there was no environment for GATE. Actually, I was the first student who qualified the GATE last year with the 8,000 rank. And
Actually, can we increase the voice level?
so I was the first student, there was no proper environment. So since I was good in study, so I decided to prove it, sir. And I decided to appear for GATE and I want a decent rank, and that's what I ended up with.
What about college environment? Were the faculties like good enough to help you through the GATE preparation, or it was just like completing the course and getting through the
Yes,
exam?
sir. They were just completing course, and actually, sir, my faculty was even struggling with the GATE. Some of them was not qualified.
Okay, okay. They also were like appeared for GATE and they were not able to qualify.
Yes.
So, and the college examinations, like when you were preparing for college exams, then you might be preparing by yourself because faculties were not good. So then that preparation come in handy when you were appearing for GATE, whatever you prepared for college examinations.
Yes, sir. I never took my college exam lightly. I always used to prepare in depth. I tried to achieve that excellence in my subject. But from college, there was no help at all.
So basically you were going through like standard books when you were preparing
Yes,
for college exams as well.
Yes, sir.
Okay, so then like side by side were you also preparing notes and all those things for GATE, or you were just reading through the standard books?
I was just reading through standard book. I had no plan to appear, sir. Even when my first attempt, I didn't read a single page and just go for the GATE and
Okay, okay. Then basically the first objective was to get to the BTech because there was no college support,
Yes, sir, yes.
and then think further. So that is actually the case with most of the college graduates. Like they first want to complete BTech. So once that is done, then they'll think about their career.
Yes.
So that is actually the case with many of the people. So since the people here with us, there are two people who have given GATE more than one time. So first let us discuss with them what was the reason that they feel that they were not able to get as the desired rank, like they were not able to get under 100 or under 50 rank in their first attempt. What was the problem in their preparation and how did they go above it or how did they tackle it in their next attempt? So first I would like to ask Sonu, since you told that when you were working in job you got around 1500 rank, so what was the like problem or what was lacking in your preparation?
Actually, the main thing was, as I told you earlier, the revision and the practice. These the two things were lacking somewhere in my preparation. When I appeared in the GATE examination, I saw the question and I was just missing something in my mind, like I have written it in my notes, but I am not able to recall those things, those concepts. So all these things happened to me, which created pressure over me, and that pressure will lead another mistakes over another. So these things happened me. Like one question was asking the maximum power question from the network theory, and the pressure was created that much. I calculated the Thevenin equivalent resistance and just put the answer. It was numerical type question. So this thing I did because of the pressure, and the pressure was created just because of the lacking of revision and the practice. So these two things I had to remove in my third attempt, and that's why I decided to give my whole time for the preparation only, and I worked on these two things only.
So when you left your job for gate preparation, was there any family pressure because you were leaving a paying job and then just taking a huge risk for preparing for gate?
Actually, when I joined, I told you that the preparation was in my mind. That's why I started saving the money. And my parents were not ready to quit the job, but I did without telling them. And I had collected a lot of money, and for 1 year it was around 2 lakh, and I spent all of them in my studies.
So basically you were staying away from home while you were preparing
Yeah.
with family.
I was staying away.
So you did not inform them even till the end that you are not right now not doing the job.
No, I did not.
So just to avoid that pressure. So basically how did you tackle that pressure within your mind because you were taking a huge risk and nowadays it is not that easy even to get a private job. So was that question coming up your mind, if not gate then what will happen with me?
Actually, the two things were there. The first of all, I had IIT Kanpur degree, so that is not going to create a big much tussle in my life because if I am not getting anything, there will be something like in teaching. I can get something in private colleges, so that was not a big issue. The second thing was as the vacancy in BSNL came. So I was completely determined for GATE as I was preparing for ESE and GATE both, but then I completely went for GATE in mid of June and July because I knew it was thinking in my mind that if I am getting it under 1,000 or under 500, I was pretty much sure that I will get under 1,000.
So basically what we gather from this is the one thing that I would like to let you all know that people often ask what is the difference between IITians, NITians and other colleges. So the thing is only in the confidence level, as Sonu just now told us that since his business masters from IIT Kanpur, he was very well sure if nothing happens he will create some opportunity because of that IITian tag. And that is the only thing that keeps IITians confident whether they are from BTech or MTech. They know because they will be able to do something or the other even if they fail in GATE examination. So confidence becomes one of the major factor when we are preparing for GATE, and definitely IITians and NITians have that factor as an advantage to them. Even if you can create that factor for yourself, even if you are from private colleges, it may help in your GATE preparation. Now moving to Samran, so basically what was the reason that you did not get a good GATE rank around 8,000 in your first attempt?
So actually, I hadn't prepared. I hadn't even seen a single subject. I just go for the class.
So approximately how many marks did you get that time?
So I got the 35
marks. Definitely then you must be knowing some of the subjects of GATE. That is why even to score 35 at least 3-4 subjects are bound to be good.
So just because of I have studied my BTech subject thoroughly. So
basically you applied that knowledge only and then you
Yes,
gained
sir.
35 marks.
Yes, sir, there was no time management and I just without preparation, sir.
And what about the job opportunities in that college? Was there any companies coming or anything like that?
No, sir, there was no opportunity. Even the 2 years college could not even able to bring a single company for the placement. Also.
Basically, like when you went for GATE again, was it out of choice or because there was no company coming for GATE? Like you were forced to prepare for GATE or it was your choice?
It was my choice, sir. There was no pressure from my family or anything.
Okay, so basically you wanted to prepare for GATE by yourself.
Yes, sir.
That is why you went for GATE. So the thing is that it is not like there were not any problems with you because you did not prepare it first time. There was not like many issues there. Okay. Then let us discuss a bit about how did you prepare for GATE? How did you all guys prepare for GATE? So something that I would like to ask you is, first of all, when did you start your GATE preparation? And how did you like maintain a schedule? Like which months you dedicated for covering the course, then which months were dedicated for revision, and which months you kept specifically for giving the test series, and how many tests did you give like that? How did you like manage your entire preparation? What was the strategy? So let us start with Samran only.
Yes, sir. I started my preparation in the June, sir, and from June to September, I plan to complete my entire syllabus once. And sir, in BTech, I have a habit of reading from standard book and making no short notes. I completed my syllabus once till September, but I hadn't made any short note for revision, and I even didn't used to revise my previous subject regularly. And I have planned that I will give subject wise test after September, but when I revised, I was getting lost, everything lost from my mind, and I was really frustrated. And then I had read about Pradeep CV, and he was mentioning that academic skills is really good, and so I got the opportunity to buy a short note from the academic work, that is user, and can really help me, sir, and.
So basically, Samran, like when you were started your preparation from June, you said that you covered your entire course till September.
Yes, sir.
Right? So like what did you follow till then? Like you were reading from standard books, from where were you solving the problems for practice?
Yes, sir. I was solving all previous 25 questions, but there was no extra workbook where I can solve.
Okay. So you were reading from standard books and you were solving previous year questions.
Yes, sir.
That too, even in a month of like 3 or 4 months, that is itself a big effort. You covered 10 to 12 subjects in just 3-4 months.
Yes, sir. I put around 40 to 60 hours for my study only.
So like in each day 14 to 16 hours you were
Yes, sir.
dedicating for study. Like how you were managing that entire day, like how much time you were keeping for theory revision and how much time for questions?
Sir, I have a habit of reading a subject, a single subject, till it doesn't get finished. So once I used to finish a theory, then I used to practice all the questions from that subject from the previous 25 years.
Basically you were completing the entire subject of chapter wise covering then solving questions.
I was completing entire subject once and then going for the numerical problems.
So that way you covered the entire subject and then only you solve the question. So did not it create confusion in your mind because there was a lot of data and you were solving the questions all at once?
Sir, yes, I won't recommend that what I did for the future aspirant. They should solve courses side by side, but it can a problem, but I managed to do it.
So basically how many days did you keep for each subject, around what days you kept?
So there was a different schedule for each subject. For power system and maths, there was around I remember that there was around the 10 to 12 days, and for the small subject like the digital analog, I have given only 4 to 5 days. For EMI also 4 to 5 days. So it was depending upon the subject.
Also, was there like any pressure in your mind that if you were not able to clear gate, then what will happen?
Always, sir. Always there was a pressure in mind, sir, and for removing my pressure, I used to go through the numbers into, sir, and sir, even the day before my exam, there was a pressure in my mind.
So, like you were facing that pressure, so were you able to like concentrate for 14 to 16 hours even with that pressure?
So sometimes pressure is good for your progression, sir. And sir, I was giving more time for just due to the extra pressure.
So you were staying at your home with your family when you were preparing, or you were staying away?
So I was staying away with my friend, and he was doing a job. So there was a minimum disturbance from his side, and I was giving.
So you were like, you were like then focused only towards
Yes,
it.
sir.
Thank you, Samran. Then moving to discuss with him how did he prepare, because he is from mechanical, so he can give us a bit different perspective. So when did you start your GATE preparation? In which month?
Actually, it was my 8th semester in June itself. I thought of preparing for engineering services, so I did join a coaching in there. But it was quite hectic for me because for 8 to 5 was my college, and 75% of attendance was compulsory.
And also it lies quite beyond the city.
Yes, sir. Our college was in the outskirts of the city, so it was quite hectic for me to go to coaching regularly. So, but all the study material was there with me, so I knew what was the boundary of the syllabus. I knew what things you should prepare for this particular examinations. So, and the course for curriculum was quite similar to the GATE syllabus or engineering services level. So it helped me a lot also because I was preparing for examinations, college examinations. So it helped me a lot. Then till November I wind up entire course of mine, and then in December I started for my revision, and in January I only used test series. So two tests per day was my schedule in January. So I took a leave for 1 month from college, and I prepared for.
So basically, did you also create kind of a schedule when did you should complete the course, when you should revise?
The number of hours were not fixed. The topic wise it was fixed. Like in 7 days I will complete this particular topic. In next 7 days I will complete this thing. So sometimes it used to be 1 to 2 hours in a single day. Sometimes what not even a single hour.
Not daily. But I want to ask is, did you keep a monthly schedule? Like within 3 months I should complete the course.
Yes,
in the next 3 months
yes,
I should do that.
Actually, December is winter vacation, so December is entire free. So I was thinking that I'll revise my all my subjects in December itself. So till November end, I completed all my syllabus, and then in December I started for the revision, and in those 30 days I completed my whole syllabus revision part, and then in January I started giving tests.
Okay, so before December you completed the entire course, December for revision, then January for test. So basically one good point that Shikhar has mentioned here, actually the study material is not the universal set that is itself sufficient for you to crack GATE, but study material mostly serves as a guideline for you to outline the entire course, what is necessary and what is not necessary. If you read the entire standard textbook, then there are a lot of topics which might not be relevant for GATE or ESE examination. But if you keep an outline of the course, that what is beyond the boundary of the course, then that can help you focus better and that can guide you well in the GATE preparation. So guys, it is always recommended that you follow a certain study material and outline the course even if you want to read from the standard books. But that list of topics is very essential. Even I followed that during my preparation. So then, moving on to Sonu, what kind of schedule did you keep? In which month did you start?
Actually, I started in February because it was in my mind that I had to prepare once again for GATE 2017. So from the first Feb I started my preparation and started from the standard book. Started with actually my preparation was started 6 months before when I joined my job. So like network, signal, digital, EMT, these subjects I had prepared quite well. But still I did prepare in this year preparation again. So this time from the February I started with communication and analog circuit because these are the topics which are going to decide your rank in the GATE examination. So communication, analog circuit, then after that I went for network, signal and digital EMT. While reading the standard books, actually I had prepared before and I knew the type of questions which are asked in the previous year and the pattern I had in my mind that which type of question they are going to ask. So the syllabus and the topics, I just read the selected topics which are relevant to the GATE and used to solve the previous year questions once I finished the subject. And the revision, there is a different strategy. Some of them leave the revision part at the end of the year. But my strategy was different. I want to maintain myself up to date on the daily basis. I don't want to leave the things for the end. So the revision, I actually booked the 3 hours daily in the morning for the revision, and I used to do revision daily. so that whenever I attack a question, it should not be like this. I have to open my notebook or refer the formula or refer the concept. I didn't like this thing. So the revision was very important, and the whole year I used to revise.
So basically, when you were revising, what you were revising? Like you were revising your notes, or you were also solving some questions?
No, the question solving was a different thing. In the revision, I used to open my notebook, revise the formulas, revise the concept, and some of the important questions which made me learn the new things or new concept. That thing I used to revise.
So you like used to keep a track of those questions that you were not able to solve first time. So did you mark those questions for the next time also?
Yeah, actually, I used to note down those questions and solutions in which I learned the new things or the new concepts, like somewhere exceptions you might see in the questions. So those are the important to revise them timely so that they can be in your mind.
Okay. And like what you were from which sources like you were following the question you said previous year, or did you also solve some questions from study material or someplace else, or only previous year was sufficient for you?
Actually, previous year I used to do, and then I got the concept material. And apart from this, I used to follow the Facebook group like the GATE aspirant group created, and one was the GATE concept for electrical EC in and some of the WhatsApp group. So whenever I see the questions, I used to attack. I used to check myself daily that whether I can do it or not. If I am not able to do it, what is the reason? I analyze and work it on.
So basically, keeping regularly in touch with other aspirants through that social media kind of help you. But sometimes it may also so happen that if you get addicted to these groups, then you might be losing a lot of time. So how did you manage that balance itself?
Actually, this is the habit for everyone. Like we used to open the Facebook and we used to open the WhatsApp. So that's why I made a fake account and just joined only the GATE related groups. So whenever I used to open my Facebook, actually I did not open my real ID for 1 year, and I used to run that fake account. And whenever I used to open my Facebook account, I see the questions only. And daily, yeah, 1 hour, 2 hour. When like after lunch, we don't want to study. We just want little bit rest,
Relax.
kind of thing. So I used to go in bed and just open the Facebook and start seeing the questions. Sometimes question used to compel you to attack them, like good questions, and we want to, yeah, what should we should try it. If I can do it, that is good. Like this thing. So I was a regular follower in the Facebook and in the WhatsApp.
So guys, at this point, I would like to tell you that GATE aspirant or any other doubt solving group is an integral part of one's preparation because it will solve your doubts. Also, it will give you new questions from other aspirants which you can follow in order to crack the GATE exam. But one thing that I like to differ from Sonu, I won't recommend that you open a fake account because it will create a lot of ruckus for us also. So kindly join from your original Facebook accounts. Even if someone is bugging you, kindly block that person, but don't make any fake Facebook accounts. It is quite a lot of ruckus for us only. Then moving on to Prakhar. So basically, Prakhar, when did you start your preparation since you were also in college?
I started my preparation after third year, June, through handwritten notes and Kanodia. And I managed my time in such a way that I could complete whole syllabus in mid-November. And after mid-November to mid-December, I revised whole syllabus through short note and subject test. And after mid-December full January, I gave mock tests and revised the core subjects like power system, power electronic and machine.
So basically, how did you go about scheduling the subject? Like which subject should be done first and which should be later? How did you decide that actually?
I completed first mass network analysis and math because these are basic for all the subjects. And after I took randomly any subjects.
And what about like what was the monthly progress? Like how much Like first of all, how many hours were you able to dedicate each day for getting the GATE exam, or you followed something that you were going on following through the entire test series?
I read that was followed in mock test. It was a lengthy paper. I decided that I will do it half an hour to revise after in last, but it was lengthy, so I could not manage my time.
Okay. So, like after once you were like, what was the strategy that you were following? Like when you were giving mock tests, what was the time division that you decided upon?
First I attempted one mark question technical in 1 hour, and after that I attempted GS section in 15 minutes, and after that the whole time to do 2 mark questions.
So basically, guys, there is always a relation between the mock test score and the GATE score, because the thing is, only hardly you can say 5 to 6 marks difference will come. But if you are doing well in mock test and you are very well prepared for the exam pressure, then you can do very well in GATE exam as well. Moving on to Sonu. So how many subject tests did you attend? Like what was the daily routine? Like when you were finished with the subject, did you used to give subject test, or you kept it for the end only?
Actually, I started giving the test series in October, and I used to give the subject test when I feel like this subject is getting out of touch. Then I just give that test, and then after some kind of revision. So subject test actually I don't remember how many I did.
So from the beginning, that like you were starting your preparation from February, so you waited till October to give subject test, or once you were completing a subject you were appearing for certain tests?
No, actually I started in October, because that is a good time, because once you are started preparing yourself, the peak time will come, and I wanted the peak time should come in January, at the end of January. If I had started before, might be because the test will be finished after some time.
So you thought that you might be not getting sufficient content, or you might end up with losing some of the content.
Yeah.
You want to like keep it.
Yeah.
So like when you were giving subject test, did you keep a separate slot in your entire daily schedule that this 1 hour, 2 hours is reserved for the test only?
Actually, the proper test series I started giving in January.
That mock test.
Yeah, full length mock test. And the subject wise was just to improve myself. So like when I had a free time, the mood is not in reading. Like I don't want to read anymore now. Like I want to take some rest. So I used to open the test series, and one subject wise test I used to give. So this trend went on till December, and after that I started full length test weekly, and from January I used to give full length test on daily basis.
So basically, one thing that we can get to know about Sonu is in order to relax, either he used to solve doubts on Facebook group, or he used to give subject tests. That was a kind of relaxing procedure for him to solve questions. So I think the hardest working person in this panel is Sonu only, because he was not even relaxing in that time. So basically, subject test, actually one good point is there. Subject tests are not that to be taken as a test. It is just a practice session in a lifetime, in a time environment, timely basis. So if you are taking it as a practice session, it is very good. But do not be too serious about the marks that you are obtaining in the subject test, because only the mock test marks will matter in the end. Then moving on to Shikhar. So Shikhar, since you were also having colleges and everything, so were you able to take out time for test series?
So test series I took in January only, and at that time I took entire vacation for 1 month.
So that time you left subject test, directly went with mock test, or you gave subject test as well?
So during my revision time in December, what I used to do, I used to prepare for one subject for 5 to 6 days, and take a subject test. And this was my complete procedure. I complete a subject and then took a
Take a subject
test.
And what about mock test? When did you start giving mock tests?
January, two mock tests per day was my schedule.
Two mock tests per day. That means 60 to 70 mock tests did you give?
Not like that, not for an entire month. It was for 15 days only because sometimes I had to go to college also.
Okay, okay.
But not entirely for 1 month I took vacation.
Like you were most of the times at home only, sometimes you were going for college.
Yes, sir.
So in that, how many marks were you obtaining in the mock test?
The marks were not good actually. My rank was like 1,800. Then it improved eventually. Eventually, it came down. My first rank was like 3,000 in the first mock test. But then it was eventually it came better and it was like 32 in my last mock test.
32 in your last mock test. So basically, when you see your marks in your mock test and the marks that you obtained in GATE, do you feel there is a relation between those two?
So actually mock tests are generally tough. And in mock tests I used to score 62, 65, 70, and in my GATE I scored 81.55. So
Because actually I feel mechanical is kind of a bit on the easier side. But when we see the scores, actually the mechanical scores are quite higher as compared to other streams.
yes, sir, literally.
So, but the mock tests are designed in a similar manner as electrical and DC. Those
Yes.
are a bit tougher than GATE.
Yes, sir.
Okay. And what about the strategy? Like when you were giving mock tests, so did you used to try different strategies or you had a fixed pattern like I'll do this and then that?
Sir, during my mock test, just you are asking how to solve questions or
No, what I am saying is the pattern in which you attempted the exam. Did you used to try different things or it was a fixed thing only?
Yes, small subjects first. I completed all the small subjects first, so that the number of subjects which I have completed will increase and it will boost my motivation. Because
No, in the test series, that mock test when you were giving, when you gave 3 hours exam, so did you follow a simple pattern like first 1 marks first, like 2
No,
marks
sir.
then? Or you were like testing out different processes in the mock test?
Sir, pattern was quite similar entire year. First I used to solve aptitude, maths, and then all the questions related to the technical subject. And in those questions I used to solve those questions first, which are very simple, like on the go questions, like just read it and mark it.
Okay. So you used to read a question, if it will take some time, you will move forward and attempt the question which can be directly done.
Yes.
Okay. Then moving on to Samran. So Samran, basically how many tests did you give subject tests?
Sir, I have done 2 test series and there was around total 120 total test. And sir, I have given 23 mock tests.
23 mock tests. And what about subjects is how many per subject around?
Sir, there was around 8 to 10 if you combine both test series.
So you gave all the tests in both
Yes,
the
sir,
tests.
I gave all the tests.
So did you feel that subject tests were helping you out in the preparation or were you taking it as just a practice session?
Sir, I was taking them very seriously, sir. I was trying to score more even in the subject test, and if I don't used to score well, sir, I got frustrated.
Okay.
And sir, luckily, sir, after giving the mock test, and I was feeling a bit comfortable because there was a question only from the what I have read and what I have
Basically what you felt was in subject test questions are not from a different places,
Yes.
and some of that you might not be prepared with, and that might also be not relevant to the GATE exam.
Yes, sir.
So when you were starting your mock test, what score did you start at? What was the initial marks that you were getting?
So initially I used to get the 55 to 60 marks, sir, and I remember in one test I got the minimum 49 marks, sir.
So your minimum was 49, and
Yes.
what was your maximum score that you got?
The maximum was the 79 marks, sir.
79 marks. So like your average score kept on improving as you gave more and more tests.
Just in the last 10 mock tests, I was scoring average 70 plus, sir.
And what about GATE exam? How many marks did you get in GATE?
I got the 68.72%.
So 68.72. So do you like feel that your marks were bit decreased in GATE exam?
Yes, sir.
So what was the reason behind that pressure or anything else that you felt?
Yes, sir. There was an real exam frustration, sir. And sir, I was highly disappointed after my GATE exam. And I was.
So did you kind of panic during the exam that how will I be able to do this? Suddenly you were panicked and you committed a mistake. But means what was the reason behind that? Did you commit a lot of mistakes or were you not able to solve the questions? Why did you feel that you lost the marks?
Sir, I think there was some conceptual 1 mark question. I have spent a lot of time on them, and luckily my efficiency was good. I was just expecting 50 to 60 marks, but I ended up with 68 marks.
But since you were getting above 17 mock tests, why you were targeting 50 to 16K?
So I was not targeting. I was targeting 70 plus, but the exam questions I have given lot of to my grade preparation, sir, and I have to.
That fear of failure kind
yes,
of thing.
sir.
So that is the thing, that test series is quite important, and there the marks in the test series as well as the actual gate score are quite close. Now one thing that I would like to ask these guys is the actual exam environment in which they attempted the exam. How did they went to the center? What was the environment there? How did they go about attempting the exam? Like what goes on inside the mind of a gate topper when he is sitting for the gate examination? So let us start with Prakhar. So Prakhar, when you went to the center, what was the exam schedule, and what time you were able to reach the center?
My exam in morning, 9 to 12.
9 to 12.
I was quite nervous for exam.
So what time were you able to reach the center?
I reached 8:30.
8:30. So what did you see there? Like people were taking out books, preparing, or like it was a calm environment?
No, it was not calm environment.
So what you were doing then? You were also revising, or you just sat?
No, I was not revising that time. I decided that I will not go to any room because they will discuss some point and something that I will not know. Then I will get frustrated and also my confidence will go down. Then I decided that I will not talk to anyone.
So that is actually quite an important point. On the exam day, one must be isolated from the external environment. Otherwise, you may feel unnecessary pressure if someone asks you a question and you are not able to answer. So be isolated. Do not talk to anyone before the exam. Just be calm. So basically, how did you go about scheduling the subject? Like this subject should be done first and which should be later. How did you decide that actually?
I completed first mass, network analysis, and math, because these are basic for all the subjects. And after I took randomly any subjects.
And what about like what was the monthly progress? Like how much? Like first of all, how many hours were you able to dedicate each day for gate preparation?
6 to 8 hours.
6 to 8 hours. After college, that you were able to dedicate such a time.
Yeah.
So basically, what was your college timing actually?
8 to 2.
8 to 2. After 2 p.m. you used to take a rest and then prepare for gate. And what about college exams? Were you preparing for college exams simultaneously, or you used to prepare at the end only when the exams were near?
Yeah, when the exams are near, I used to prepare for exam.
And then what about gate preparation? That time you used to leave the gate preparation, or do that also back in the lab?
That time I did not lose to prepare gate. I revised through short notes. I did not solve any numerical questions.
But basically you kept in touch with the concept
Yeah.
to the short notes. So actually it is very important for those students who actually like prepare for college exams only when the exams are near, only in the last week. Actually that time also you need to keep in touch with the concepts of GATE. That too you can do using short notes or any sort of problems. But leaving GATE preparation completely in the college examinations is not at all recommended. Otherwise your confidence will go down. So kindly keep 1 or 2 hours separately for GATE preparation, and rest of the time you can dedicate for college exams. Now coming to the most important part of the GATE preparation, that is the test series. So let us discuss with these guys how they were performing in the class test or the subject test and the mock test, and how did that help in GATE exam actually, and what was the comparison of scores. So Prakhar, how many subject tests did you give first of all?
For each subject I took 3 to 4.
3 to 4 tests. And was the question level in the subject test was good enough that it would help in GATE preparation, or was like subject tests are not so helpful towards GATE? What do you feel about that?
Sometimes in subject is the questions are out of syllabus after GATE. We should not bother about that. We should check our concept. We should check through previous questions that these questions will be asked or not.
So basically you completed previous year questions before test series or after that also?
Before mock test, I completed previous questions.
So actually it is a very good point that first we should go through the previous year question in order to know what is relevant and what is not relevant, because most of the times the questions that are lying in the subject test may not all be very important. So you need to not be worried about those questions and move on. Otherwise it might create a depression in your mind. And basically when you were giving mock test, like what score were you getting in mock test?
I was not getting good scores in first few mock tests.
So how many mock tests did you give?
I gave 30 to 40 mock tests.
30 to 40. So was your score like kind of improving as you were going through the test?
Yeah, I was improving.
So from where did you start? Like from what was the initial score at?
I started from 42.
42, and you went up to at the last?
83.
83. So guys, as you can see, this guy has doubled his gate score. Sorry, the mock test score in the mock test that he gave 30 to 40 mock tests. So that is actually the trend that you should follow. The thing is that even if you start very low, the main motive or the main focus should be on the improvement, not on the score that you are getting in the first test. So this guy kept improving and he was able to double the score. So what was the rank that you were getting in the test? All India rank.
I was not getting good rank, but in
Eventually, what was the rank that you were getting?
300.
Within first 300. And what was the actual marks that you got in GATE exam?
74.32.
74.32. So do you feel that actually there is a correlation between your mock test performance and the actual GATE performance?
There will be a correlation between mock test and GATE exam. Because in last 10 tests, last 10 mock tests, I scored above 70, and I ranked under 50 also. I will say that there is correlation between it.
So basically the mock test and this year GATE examination, as I heard, was quite a bit lengthy. So did you have to change your strategy while attempting the GATE exam, or you followed something that you were going on following through the entire test series?
I went that was following in mock test. It was a lengthy
Thing?
I was in there was tension in my mind that what will happen when I will go through exam. And before exam I went 3 times toilet because when I attempted mock test, then I used to go to toilet between the exam.
Basically you were not sitting continuously for 3 hours.
And then in that mock test, I did not get good marks. Then it was in mind that if I will get some natural cause, then I will end up in some losing marks.
Or you might not get that many marks. So it was kind of like, let us say, you thought that if you were not you were not scoring good in the mock test where you were not sitting continuously, so you had to sit continuously. So when you saw your paper, when you saw the examination, what was the first thought that you got in your mind?
I started when I started paper. When I started paper, first question I was not quite sure about the question. I got nervous. My nervousness increased that time, and I moved from that question to second question, and I solved that question. And after 3-4 questions I solved, and that was quite easy. I get my confidence, and
so basically, like you feel in the first few questions that you were taking more time as compared to the other ones because it takes some time to get going in the examination.
Yeah.
So how much time did it take you to solve the first 5 questions around?
only first question taken some 3-4 minutes.
After that you were getting comfortable and then you went with the paper.
And I was unable to solve that question during the examination.
Okay, that means you feel that the toughest question of the exam was your first question itself. And what about like when you were going through the examination, so you were keeping an eye out on the timer also, the timer that is available in the exam?
No.
You did not care about that timer, you were just following the paper and entirely concentrating on the paper. So what strategy did you follow? Like in which order did you follow? Which questions to be solved first? How much time to take for a particular section? What was that?
As I said that I attempted first mark question, technical section, and then GA, and then 2 mark question.
And did you divide time also, like 1 mark section should be completed in which time?
In 1 hour, in 45 minutes to 1 hour, and in 15 minutes GA section, and the remaining time for
2 mark questions. Okay. And any issues that you faced during the examination, like there's some technical issue or any other such issue?
No, there was no.
Okay. So once you were completely submitted the exam, then what did you do after the exam? Immediately after that? Did you call up someone, tell them how did your exam go? Did you discuss with your colleagues? Something like that. What did you do after the exam?
I attempted 155 questions out of 65. I was not sure that I will get.
But was there any urgency, like to tally your answers? How much have you correctly attempted or something like that?
I was telling my numbers that time, my questions that I solved this correctly or not. I talked to my friend. One question's answer was 14, and his answer was 12, and he told my answer is 12. I got frustrated that my answer is 14. I did not tell that my answer is 14, and I assumed that his answer is correct.
So you got tension that you did not tell it further. You wanted to keep away from that. So after that, like what was your plan after that? Like you wanted to appear for other exams, or you were confident that you will get good rank in GATE?
After matching the through after adding the marks of GATE paper.
So how did you add up your marks? Because the paper was available later, huh? How did you calculate your marks?
Through matrix.
Okay, after the answer keys were coming out, then you calculated your marks.
Calculated the marks, and I calculated that my marks is 34 something. Then I was not in the so
Yeah. After that, you were confident, but you were not able to tell anyone because paper is not provided. Okay. Then moving on to Sonu. Sonu, basically, what was the timing of your exam? 9 to 12 or 2 to 5?
It was 2 to 5.
So when did you reach the center?
I reached almost 1 hour before the exam.
So 1 p.m. actually.
Yeah.
So basically, what is the morning schedule just before the exam? Like when did you wake up and what all did you do just before the exam? Before reaching the center?
Actually, I woke up around 10 a.m. I started waking up around 10 a.m. just 1 week before, and started closing the books also 1 week before. I almost my preparation was getting down in last 1 week, and started taking rest and cooling myself so that pressure can be released, and just I started motivating myself and talking too much with me, like don't take much pressure, like the first thing was actually I started making myself clear that I have to do 60% paper initially. That will get me the BSNL JTU. After that, if I get more time, I will go for the rank. So this was the thinking, and it somehow released the pressure. So actually 60% paper solving is not a big deal, because this is any year you can take the paper and you will find that 50 to 60% question are easy, and if you are compelled to do only those questions, you will be easily able to solve all those 60% questions. So that was my target, and this was the part of the strategy also in the GATE examination.
So after 10 a.m., what did you do till 1 p.m. because you had to like keep in touch, be active like that? So how do you keep yourself active, like, because afternoon exam is kind of, someone might feel lazy or something like that?
Actually, I wanted this time schedule because I'm not kind of person who used to
Early morning.
early morning, and it was the winter season, and I used to wake up in the 9 a.m. or 8 a.m. like in the morning. So when you have exam at 9 a.m. and I was living just outer side of the city, so it used to take almost 2 hours to reach the center. So once I wake up, I got freshen up and get ready for the examination, and then went for the examination. That's it. And the whole time, actually, I saw some of your webinars, sir, that actually helped me. You told about the accuracy. You told in the webinar that accuracy is the thing by which you can beat the person who is going for more and more number of questions. That is not going to matter how many number of questions you have attempted. The only thing is going to matter that what is your accuracy. So actually I did not attempt the full paper. I thought I have attempted only 86 marks, and even I have scored more than those people who had attempted 90 or 95 marks. So that is the thing in my mind, that I have to maintain the accuracy. The accuracy is the only thing which by which you can beat. And the whole test series I prepared like this, that I have to maintain the accuracy. That is the main thing I stressed in the test series.
And also when you were seeing a lot of people around like preparing again and again in the exam center also, how did you keep yourself isolated and how did you keep yourself calm?
Actually, GATE is not a one-day examination. They are reading, as I told you, I used to maintain myself up to date. The reason was, this is the reason behind this. Because it is not one-day examination that you are going to remember all the formulas and you are going to make through it. This is the whole year preparation, and if you have prepared hard, it will pay you back.
And what about the process in which you attempted the exam? What was the pattern?
My pattern was like first 15 minutes for aptitude, and then rest 30 minutes for 1 mark question. If I am able to do most of the 1 mark question, then I can extend it 30 to 40 minutes. But if I had done almost 50% question, then move to 2 marks question. The main strategy was like you must attempt those questions in which you are confident and you know how to solve, because this will somehow constructively add your marks, and pressure will not be created over you. I learned from my mistakes which I made in 2016, as I told you. Instead of finding maximum power transfer, I used to put RTH 7. That was because of the pressure, and even that easily 2 marks question I just messed it up. So this thing, to avoid these things, you must do all those questions in which you are confident that you have done very well, you have practiced very well.
So any technical or non-technical issues that you faced during the exam?
No, not that much.
And what about after the exam, after coming out, what did you do?
After, actually, I could not, as I told you, I did not attempted much. My target was to attempt almost 60 to 61 questions, but I could able to solve only 54 or 55 questions. So I was down a bit after the examination, and I took a bus and started discussing a person who was sitting beside me. So I discussed with him, and most of the questions were correct, and I convinced him. Then I went to home and again started Facebook and started discussion with the friends till 5 a.m. morning, and it was good feeling. After
that, once you were justified that your answers are correct, and you were confidence leveling.
Yes.
Okay. And what about other examinations? Did you appear for any other exams?
Before GATE, I for the interview also, but I could not clear the interview, and I went for NPCI also, cleared the written examination, but interview was not good.
Okay. So, but this time after GATE, did you appear for CIL and PATH, other such exams?
No, this time my age limit has exceeded. I'm
Okay. Then you will be just going for PSU interviews.
Yeah.
Then moving on to Shikhar, So Shikhar, what was the timing of your examination?
It was 2 to 5, sir.
2 to 5. So what was your morning schedule when you went for afternoon exam?
Sir, I woke up at 11 and then I didn't take my lunch because then I will feel sleepy. I knew that already that I will
So what kind of diet did you maintain?
Sir, not particularly in that, but I didn't take my breakfast because I knew that I would feel sleepy. But I went, I took a cab to that center location for IBS Academy College, and then I saw people were there. They were in canteen. There was some canteen over there. Took some poha and normal breakfast like kind of.
It's light kind of
Like,
food.
yes, sir. Because it's my habit that after
Now it is actually the thing is in afternoon exam, a heavy diet is not at all recommended. You
Yes.
must have a light diet.
yes, sir. And then I took some juice and all, and went for the examination at 2 o'clock.
So like when you went to your center, also you will be seeing people like is reading and completely immersed in books. So how did you keep yourself calm in that environment?
So actually there are always two kind of people. One those who are in hurry and those who are like very studied. Like they were studying till the end. When they were asked that put down your books and come to the come inside the center, and they were studying till that point also. And there were some guys also who were chilling in canteen. So we went there in canteen and was
That way your mind became a bit calm
Yeah.
to hang out with those sort of people.
in canteen. The ambience were cool. Like,
And what about the exam? What did you feel when you first saw the exam? What kind of feeling did you get after seeing first 2-3 questions?
sir, I was nervous because same thing happened with me. The first question was tough for me. So, but then I applied my natural policy that go for the questions which you can solve in one go, like just
That directly are solvable.
yes, sir. And it didn't matter for me that whether that question was of 2 marks or 1 marks. If you can solve it in one go, then solve it.
So like the first go of the paper was completed in what amount of time?
It took me around 45 minutes, and I solved entirely that what are the
That
questions.
paper that can be directly like answer can be
Yes.
marked directly.
In 45 minutes, within 45 minutes. Then I took the questions which were calculative, like in which calculations were required,
Numerical problems.
numerical problems basically. So I took those questions, and in the end I brainstormed those questions which were not solvable, like
Which were not like directly trivial problems.
yes, trivial problems.
So actually in high scoring exam that can be the recommended strategy that you first solve those questions which can be directly marked, then the numerical problem, and last the problems that are like unique to that particular exam and that are of the highest level. That way you don't have to care about the section, is it 1 mark, 2 mark or anything like that, but that way you can attempt most of the exam. So actually this is the new point that I am getting for the first time, that you can also attempt like this, because even in my time I used to attempt section wise. So Shikhar, after that when you came out of the exam, how did you feel that anxiety, how did you tackle that?
So actually, we three guys were there, and we made a pact that no one will discuss about the examination because it won't matter, because you have already given the examination. So while after discussing it, it doesn't matter.
And also
will not
you were placed, you were not that much worried about the
Yeah,
results.
sir, that was also the thing, but sir, some nervousness is always there because you are giving a competitive examinations. So you are a bit worried about your rank. Whether you have been placed or not, it's not a matter of placement also.
Yeah.
It's about your prestige also, that you are giving an examination.
Because people around you know that you went for such an
Yes,
examination
sir.
and they'll criticize if you don't
Yes,
get
sir.
it.
Yes, sir. That was this particular thing was creating pressure on me. That's why we made a pact that we will not discuss about the examination because it won't change our marks. So we
And
didn't
also,
discuss.
did you appear for any other exam?
No, sir.
Only for GATE.
Yes.
Lastly, moving on to Samran. So Samran, what was the examination schedule? 9 to 12 or 2 to 5?
So it was an evening session, so 2 to
Evening
5.
session. So how did you manage the morning time?
So I wake up around 7 a.m. sir, and then I took around 1 hour for preparation sir, and then sir, the center was around 150 kilometers from my home. Then it took around 3 to 4 hours just in traveling sir, and I reached the center around 1 hour before the exam.
So why did you not travel the day before? Because it was so much far from your home. Because traveling is like quite tiring. Then you had to attempt the examination. Like you were creating a pressure on yourself, kind of.
No sir, there was no such pressure.
No, not the mental pressure, kind of physical pressure on your body. You have to go 4 hours traveling. Then you have to sit for 3 hours examination.
No sir, I just want to be with my family sir, which is most motivating thing I had in my life.
Your friends.
My family, sir.
Family, okay. So you were staying with your family when you went for exams. You
Yes,
came
sir.
back from your
Yes, sir. This
family.
is last phase of preparation. I was with my family.
With your family. So when you went to the examination center, what was going through your mind seeing different kind of people there?
Yes, sir. But sir, from the test is I came to know that only the 3 to 4,000 students are serious about the GATE. All are just creating the crowd there. So the people were there who was some was hanging on the phone and some was in canteen and some was saying the notes. I think they are not serious about the GATE. If someone is serious, then he need not to serious thought notes at the last moment of the exam, sir.
So after that, when you were sitting for the gate examination, what happened when you first saw the exam, first few questions? That
Sir,
exam anxiety.
sir, luckily, sir, first few questions in the session 2 was easier one, sir. I just don't want to commit a silly mistake. My silly mistake record was not that good in the mock test, sir. So I don't want to commit silly mistakes, and that I took more time as usual on a question. Um, and I was resting.
And how did you like divide the time for 1 mark question, 2 mark question, aptitude?
So I started with the 1 mark question. This was my strategy in the mock test also. I always used to start with the 1 mark technical question, and so I used to finish them around the 40 to 50 minutes. Then I used to go for 2 mark question, and sir for aptitude, sir, I have compromised with aptitude session, sir. I planned that I will prepare aptitude session in the last phase of preparation, but I could not even give that much time for aptitude. So it was just a compromise with aptitude session.
Okay. So when you came out of the exam, how did you tackle that anxiety? How to like not tally your answers with others, and what was your score not knowing that? What did you do immediately after that?
I was really disappointed with my exam experience because in my mock test I was performing good, and sir, my brother was waiting me outside the center. He was trying to make me happy, but I thought I had to appear in GATE 2018. Luckily, sir, my efficiency was good.
Okay. So the thing is that now once we know how did you attempt or how did you all attempt the exam, one thing that every GATE aspirant would like to know is once your GATE result was out, what happened then when you got this GATE rank? What was the initial feeling? How did you inform others, your friends and fellows? What happened then?
So it was like your heart are rewarded by the God, and so I was feeling very special and get AIR 51 on all India level. It's a great privilege for me, sir.
So you informed your family first of all.
Yes, sir.
So what was their initial reaction?
So they were happy. Actually, they were happy with what I told them. My exam didn't went well. They were happy with the 51. Otherwise, they were expecting a more better rank from my side.
So they were expecting a better rank when you were preparing. Like,
Yes, sir.
they expected less than 51 actually.
Yes, sir.
That is quite a high expectation because you got a very good rank. So then after that, what did you do after getting a GATE rank? Did you inform your friends and fellows like that?
Yes,
Or
sir.
you uploaded on social media? What did you do that?
So I uploaded a status on this. I got AR 51. I got around 120 comments for this also.
So that means it was quite a happy time for you also. Then moving on to Shikhar, what happened when you got your GATE result? Like what was the entire day like? You were able to sleep last night then?
So it was quite normal for me because ultimately I was aspiring for engineering services, so it was normal for
So
me.
you were not caring much about GATE rank.
Because I was sure that I'll get into one of the PSUs because I was already placed in one. So I was thinking it's quite normal for me. But yeah, one thing I wanted to go to IOCL. Indian Oil was my dream company that time. But then I didn't join. That's a different thing because it's a matter of time. Just so I was happy that I was thinking, okay, now I'll go to IOCL and then prepare with IOCL. That
So whom did you inform? Like your college mates did you inform first of all? Whom did you inform after getting?
college friends.
college friends,
Yes,
then
sir.
you might all have gone. They will be asking you for party only directly.
Also GPL, you know that.
So that is the entire thing that happens in college. So when you got your gate rank, what was the entire thing like?
Actually, I wasn't expecting this top 10 rank. There were lots of ups and downs while between the answer key released and the gate result out. So I was something expecting like 30 or under 40 or under 50, this kind of rank. But once I saw All India rank 4, it was I can't express those feelings. That was
Because it was a single digit rank.
yeah, it was. I was searching another digit after 4, but
So did you open it again and again to check whether it is correctly displaying or not?
I checked it again and again. My mother and I told her, and my friends started posting on my Facebook wall. And, it was feeling great. Like every kid is. This is the dream of every kid aspirant. And even mine was also when I appeared in 2013. I was thinking.
That time you have wanted to aim for a single digit rank.
Yeah, definitely. And I could not do. And
But this time you did not think that much, but you got single digit rank in the most unexpected way. And what about you, Pratham? What happened when you got the gate result?
Firstly, I informed to my mother, and she was very happy.
Because mothers are more emotional.
And after to my friends, they were also very happy. And it was the day of congratulations. Messages from.
So on Facebook you uploaded that and then messages were coming.
No, I didn't post it.
Okay, you did not go. So that's my last question to you all you guys, Dildeep. What are your future plans actually? After this, what you want to go? Where you want to head to? Like PSU will be your final destination or you want to go further than that?
I want to go for IAS.
IES.
Yes.
AS. So you want to prepare for AS administrative services alongside your PSU job. And what about you, Sonu? Where you want to head to? Will this be your final destination?
Maybe or may not be, depends on the situation.
But right now, no other plans than that.
Yeah, right now I don't have any
You
plan.
just want to like enjoy your job life.
Yeah.
And what about marriage? Any plans for marriage soon?
Don't know.
Now parents, I think they will be looking for any prospects. What about you, Shikhar? Where you want to head? Since you have been working PSU for 1 year, now you want to start for ESC?
Yes, sir. Yes, because ESC 2018 is near.
So ESC 2018 you want to aim
Yes.
for. And in which department basically you are interested in ESC?
Indian Railways.
Indian Railways. Okay. And what about you, Samran?
My last destination is IES.
IES. So you want to prepare right now, or you just want to take year break and just chill out and do training and all this?
2019, sir.
2018 ESC you want to crack. Oh, so you have to like start preparation from right now. So this was all that I had to ask. Now let me put few questions that people have posted on our Facebook page. So first question is from Ramakrishnan Kurapati. His rank is 1027 EOBC. What if I do MTech in any college? What are the prospects if he does any MTech? Should he go for MTech? So basically, I think this question we answered in our previous seminar. That is, he can go for MTech if he wishes to go for it. That means he can go for MTech and then alongside he can prepare for GATE again. Let me take a few more questions. So next is from Naveen Dubey. He is asking the best revision strategy, how to implement and stick to it, as it is a very important tool in preparation. Kindly tell that. And as Sonu sir tell in his interview, he used to revise 3 hours daily. What are the things that should be kept in mind while revising? Sonu, would you like to take this question? But keep in mind when you are revising the concepts.
Actually, the motivation behind this revision is there should be the outline in your mind. Like this is the topic, this is the important concept, this is the formula, and this type of the questions and some of the important questions I have told you earlier that which also
teach you some of the important concepts. So, and one another reason is being in touch with the subject. Like within the 10 days of span, you are revising the all the subject. It means you are already in touch with the subject, and you see randomly a question. It will not come in your mind that, oh my God, I have forgot this. So this was the motivation behind the revision.
So basically, Naveen, what I gather from Sonu is when you are revising, you need to solve the problems that you already picked. That was good problems, and also you need to keep an outline of the course, which topics are relevant and which are not. And also you need to be active on the doubt solving group in order to see all the problems at once. Next is from Vaibhav Agadade. Are you all born talented or work hard towards your goal? I would like Samrat to answer this question. Are you born talented or did you work hard to achieve this rank?
Sir, I'm from some very basic background, sir. I have completed my schooling from first to 12th from a government school, and then at newly opened college, which is a private college. So I think it's not about the born talent. It's once everyone has the same talent. It's about the hard work for who you just differentiate the.
So at this point, actually, I would like to add a thing is, no matter how much talented you are, if you do not work hard towards your goal, it is not possible that you will be achieving it. And the next question is, 1 minute, yeah, from Ramesh Marotia. When should he start giving subject-wise tests? So, Bakar, would you like to take that question? When should he start giving subject tests?
In mid-November, after mid-November.
After mid-November. So I think November is the ideal month when you can give subject tests, November and December. Then January will be ideal for your mock test. So these are the questions that were posted from our Facebook page. So next I would like to ask the audience sitting here if they want to ask any questions. If you want to address any of the topics.
I am asking question. I am asking question from Prakhar Pandey. Before you writing GATE exam, what do you think? How many questions you have to attempt to get a good rank? Like a top 10, whatever. So
what was your target? How many questions did you want to attempt?
I wanted to attempt about 60.
you have target to attempt 60%.
About 60.
But in real, how much you have to attempt?
55. I attempted 55.
And what was out of 55? How many you have to write question?
Correction.
Yes.
50 questions were right. I was not. It was not. It may maybe 14 or 50.
Yeah, out of 55, you have to write 50 question.
Yeah. 50,
Around
50.
49, 50 questions were done.
Right, out of 50.
Anyone else?
As you said, you got 45 in the past mock test. Then, what would you suggest to increase the accuracy level? And after giving the, after completing the complete paper, what's the best way to recheck that your solutions are correct or not?
You can see video of Ankit sir. Yeah, he has already told, and I applied same thing. After attempting mock test, I used to see the mistakes what I have done, and I.
He is asking how did you check whether your question is correct or not? How did you revise that?
You are asking that?
How to increase the accuracy level?
You are asking for accuracy level.
So basically, what is your question? How did he check his question if it was correct or not, or how did he revise?
Sir, both the things that both the things.
How I revised.
Yeah, how you revised and how you maintained your accuracy.
After the exam, how did you revise your paper?
That I was saying that I used to make a table that how many questions are right and how many questions are wrong, and which the questions which are wrong I used to give more focus on that question and try to not do that mistake again. upcoming
Like keep a
mock
track
test.
of the mistakes that you are committing and don't commit that mistake again. Anyone else?
Yes. Hello everyone. Hi. First, I would like to congratulate all of you on your great success. So, I would like to pose a question to Sonu Sharma sir. Sir, like you have passed in 2013. So, like I have passed in 2014, 1 year later. So, like you said, ki you are preparing everything on your own strategy, on your own timetable. So, like there were a lot of things in the mind. There were a lot of up and down. Sometimes you feel like frustrated and so and so. So, what things kept you motivated during the preparation? And like you have stressed out the accuracy. So, what was the strategy that you did in during your preparation that build a great accuracy even after solving 86 marks questions in the gate? You came out around 80, I think. So, this is my question.
Actually, the same problem I went through also. Lot of pressure, daily thinking like what is going to happen, this thing. But this is just a waste of time, I think. If you have
What you were kept telling your heart, you are going to make it happen anyhow, any price, at any cost. What was?
I had to actually. There were no choice. Like The Dark Knight Rises is my favorite movie, and when the Batman was climbing, one of the doctor was there in the well, and he told him that go without rope. Okay, so that was kind of situation with me too or die, because this was the somehow my last attempt. There was no sense of giving another time, because age would be my 27 and won't make any sense in PSU. So yeah, there were a lot of pressure, and that's why I used to study more and more. I saw Bahubali in 2015, and after that I never saw any movie, and now Bahubali 2 I will be watching. Okay,
So motivating, like long walk. People used to take long walks.
actually, I told you I was connected in Facebook. I wasn't connected outside the world. I was living in a room, small room, single room. Okay. So the main motivation were the past GATE aspirants, GATE toppers. Like I was in touch with Deepak Reddy, Nitin Tiwari, and Gaurav Parashar, Himanshu Rohani. And I used to see them, they are giving the interview, they are getting selected here, their photos, blah blah blah. Okay, so all these things were also the motivation for me. I was seeing myself in place of them, and I was every day I was seeing them, and I was thinking like, yes, I will also make some rank like this, 17, some rank like this, okay, 10. So they were seriously motivation, and there wasn't any single day I spent without thinking or without seeing them. So it was a very important role played by the Facebook and the GATE toppers.
Thank you very much.
Anyone else if they wants to ask anything?
And I would like to conclude this session by first of all thanking all the GATE toppers for being here and guiding our GATE aspirants how to prepare for GATE. Also, I would like to thank the audience here for being present and patiently listening to all this and also asking their queries. So thanks. We'll be concluding this session now. Thank you all.